All right, guys, we're taking a look here at our B4 version. It got us into a bearish trade earlier. I only had it on one contract, and got us in at the beginning of the session. We're using our B4 wave. It's a new indicator. You'll see that in our library right here with our order flow signals, we have chart indicators selected right there. We also have indicators as a filter. So what it's doing, it's using the indicator that's on our chart in two different ways. One, it's using the signal and recognize the signal, calling it out as B4 wave. You'll see it right there. Also you'll see there's an unfinished auction on those candles. What those are is the unfinished auction here, and those of you who are familiar with order flow know what that is. Now, I actually got into this trade right here manually. I didn't have it, had a resting order waiting right here. You can go in here with our
order
system.
Submitted. Order canceled.
Just place orders really easily, however you like them. Buy or sell orders on your chart. Already smart logic, figured out what type of order you need there. A resting order, just waiting at your leisure. Really easy to use that. You can also have it buy or sell when imbalance is happening. What an imbalance is you'll see these little yellow ticks right there, right here, right there. You see the red as well. The yellow would represent the bulls to a certain level here at the price point at the market. Whoever got really aggressive, there's a way to determine that, and there were a lot of orders that hit the tape right there to the bear side. You can use that to your advantage to enter trades if you would like, using the trader, the pro trader section right here. But right now, we're at a key inflection point right here. It's a virgin point of control, so this is a support area. This trade right here probably is not going to work out. Let me zoom in on it, get back in here and look. Ichimoku wise, I use a lot of Ichimoku in my analysis. I'm looking at one of our supplementary charts. We're below the Kijun, below the Tenkan-sen, but we're above the cloud. So we're kind of in a neutral state right now. The cloud drifting sideways, not really trending. We're in a lot of chop. One of our things that we pointed out this morning was we wanted to wait for a opening range and let price break out of that opening range. We are below the opening range right now. This thing needs to stay below this cloud. That's what I want to see it do, stay below the cloud. We have our brackets. Our support is above us with our brackets. Our support is at around, I'm going to say 68.46. We have some, our resistance rather is at 68.46. Our support's down at around 68.27. So that's what I want to see it eventually get down to. Right now, it's looking pretty bullish here.
Stop filled.
For the short term, that is. Nice hard push, pushing all the way back up. Let's see if our system gets us in on a trade. Now I am in simulation mode here. I am just forward testing, looking at some stuff. This is our first, my first, or second use of this, of the wave, B4 wave. I just got it a few days ago. Barb's been with it in development for a while. So I'm testing it out. It did excellent yesterday. It was an excellent day with it. just going to zoom out, let you look at that from a macro view. You'll notice this green and red, that's part of the wave, and then those dots, the gray dots that you see, that's the secondary boundary of wave. So the first line of defense, if let's say you had your two contracts, that would be one taking one out, and then you'd have one aggressively trailing, or conservatively trailing, that is. Looking here, we went from the bottom side of the opening range to the top side of the opening range. We're above now, and right there at a possible resistance area, and then of course right here the V convergent point of control would be here. Zooming back out, yeah, that makes sense there. That's a
order filled.
That's a key inflection point right there. So we want to watch that. That was support here, resistance there. That's an area of interest of ours. So we'll zoom back in here so we can see how price is forming at these levels. I don't know if I finished a while ago. I just had another thought. That slipped my mind when I was telling you there's two ways that it takes the signal. It's using the red line here as a the line that I showed you, sorry, the red line here, which is now green. It's using that as a directional filter through here, through the indicator section. And it's also using the chart indicator itself, the signal that's given off by the indicator as well. So it can use it two ways. Let's say that you just have a moving average. It doesn't give you a signal. It's just an indicator, third-party indicator that uses a moving average. Well, our let's say a VWAP. You want to go bullish over VWAP, bearish under VWAP. It'll read that through here and filter that way. But in cases where you have a signal, you can have it using the signal, or if there's a case where it uses both, well, here you are. Now looking here, there's a lot of volume traded here at this level. This was the most volume. This is our 30-minute chart right here. And so this is a possible support here. I don't like this, that we lost our, and we went gray here. That is a rather bearish sign. We don't know that that's going to work out, but there is still some room to that. Let me look here. Usually we'll go with this line here on the lower B4 on the oscillator. One thing about our 210 bars, one thing that's pretty good about that is that we know that we usually get to a 3 on the upside and a -3 typically on the downside. And our pullback zone is around 1 to 0, -1 to 0. So there could be some upside still left in this. Let's see if this support here holds. One positive thing on a positive note is this candle has the, you'll see that more for a B profile. If it ends to the upside, it's a false B, and that would be a bullish. Coming down. It's probably going to break it. If it breaks it, it may come down, slow down here. Let's see. We are back at the 1 area.
Stop filled.
It took it out. All right. Let's see what Ichimoku's giving us here. We're still bullish with our Ichimoku, which I use Ichimoku for forecasting, kind of to get the bigger picture of things, where we stand trend-wise. I'm looking at the bigger picture. It looks like it may be doing a broadening formation, Walshy. Let me look at that. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also a Y pattern in Ichimoku. If you go back and look at where we did right prior to open, start looking at it, so it looks like a nice, clean Y pattern. Let me go ahead and draw that on my chart. If that is the case, then we are going to have some substantial movement, more than likely, outside of this when it breaks. Because you usually get the height of the Y pattern as a measured move. So that could
Order filled.
Let's see where we're at here. So on a good note, I'm going to have some movement one way or the other, typically. So if I do get caught up here, get a little under the 8 ball, I should have some measured move for some more clean movement once we get out of this the zones here. So this is right on the edge of our Y pattern. So I don't like it. We are under the cloud. And if you look at Chical, we have open space to the downside. A term that a lot of people may not be familiar with is Kyushu. Kyushu is turned to the downside, to the bearish side. That's a trend following whenever they approached Hosada and wanted said, well, the Ichimoku is a little difficult. Could you give us a simplified way of looking at this that some of the people can get a general idea of the trend? And he came up with the Kyushu Ashi. And he considered Ichimoku not to be complete without the Kyushu Ashi after he did that.
Stub filled.
So that would be 2 losses. Guys, those who follow me know that my weakest, this is taking automated trades, not me taking the trades, but typically whenever I'm doing these discretionary style trades, the Y pattern is my kryptonite. The Y pattern is the one that usually gets me. I'll get caught up in and not be successful with. It's usually when I note those that I want to turn everything off and basically wait for it to break out of it to start trending. That's my safest play when a Y pattern's in effect. So usually, you have your bounces on your Y patterns. You have 2 types of trades you can typically take. Well, you can classify them in different ways, but bounces and breaks. And what makes it tricky is a lot of times your VWAP and your cloud are right there slap in the middle of your Y pattern. So there's an extra layer of difficulty in there. Here at B4, we consider, the VWAP and the Cinco span B. Well, I do personally. Very significant in our trending analysis. I was listening to something last night. It was talking about one of the, it was a little podcast or whatever, and it was talking about one of the smartest positions to be in as a trader. And, talking about knowing your weaknesses and knowing when not to trade, and talking about patience as a position. Patience sometimes can be your best position. We are with a bearish Kyushu. We are below the cloud, below the Kijinsen, below the Tenkan-sen. Looking back at the Chikou, it hasn't particularly broken. There it goes. It's just now broken through the previous price curve. For B4, we're loaded to the short side. We're at the zero line area. We need to break below that zero line. Here's the low of day here.
Order filled.
Let's see how it acts. We got a delta divergence there at that support area I was just drawing out. So some people stepped on and put some sales in place at a possible inflection point there. Guys, just a reminder, everything we're doing this morning is for educational purposes. Guys, just a reminder, everything we're doing this morning is for educational purposes only. Let's get some big picture metrics here. Let's look at what we have. Yeah, right up in here. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull that down there. Make a discretionary call on that.
Stop filled.
I can always, with our system, place a resting order. I'm not going to do that right now. If we start getting some fast moving price action moving down, I can do that. Right now it's a little undecided. Zoom in on that a little bit. Overall, for my Ichimoku, I am in a bearish. I'll go ahead and place
Order submitted.
there. For the most part, that's the midline's facing down, picking up bearish momentum on the 3-minute chart with the B4 lower indicator as well.
Order filled.
It's a little tricky here because we're playing at the edge of that broadening formation. Let me go ahead and pull that, adjust that line as well. Drawing. Is it? No, it's 3 contracts. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's a major key inflection point right here. If it does break it, we got a nice, that would fit the measured move for the Y pattern breakout. If it does break it, that would give you that clearance here. And it may take longer to break it. Let's see what it's going to do. As far as the Chicow trail, there's something else that I use typically is my Chicow trail. It's at a possible, and this isn't the best scenario here, it could either go up, follow up into the price, which would get us going back up to VWAP.
Stop filled.
or I can turn down here and be part of the breakout. So I think we're probably heading back up to VWAP right here. Or at least the Kijinsen, doing a Kijinsen bounce. Either one of those would make sense with the Chikou trail. And with the overall trend looking to be bearish. Putting this coming up to our zero line. Excuse me. To Kijinsen and our Cinco span B, and VWAP is right above us.
Order filled.
That's what I was about to look at and talk about placing a resting order. Because we were coming back up into a key area right here where there was a lot of consolidation. So I'm okay with this. This here. To see if we get some rejection from the Tinkinson and Kijinsen. mean, it may make it up to VWAP, but I think it's going to bounce back at VWAP. Again, we are in a Y pattern. Because if you don't know what that is, that's a broadening formation. I say we got a few more people come on, so maybe I don't want to repeat the stuff, but I may take a chance on that. We're looking at an overall Y pattern. If you draw from pre-market right before the open, draw your two lines out, it's a broadening formation, megaphone. That's one of my weakest trading setups. That's my kryptonite. It gets me a lot of times. You got two basic trade setups in a Y pattern. You got the break and the bounce. The problem with that is oftentimes you have the VWAP and the Ichimoku cloud right slap in the middle of it, so it makes it a little hard to read. Overall, I have a bearish sentiment with the cloud. But if you look at the Chical, go back on your 3-minute chart, and again, guys, that I don't have that up here, but our members do. You can look at the Chical where it's positioned right now, the price curve, the previous candles. There's an opportunity for Chical to ride up into that. And then come down. So there's still some more bullish potential here in this move, especially if it goes up to VWAP and then possibly can reject bearish to VWAP. So there is the potential for it to do that here. Something I pointed out to Wall Street, if you have your show you open, guys, notice that the show you dots for the Tinkinson and for the Cinco span A are curved upwards. That's not a good thing for the position that I'm in right now. When it curves like that, take special note. Oftentimes, price will go in the direction of those curves. So we may have some more bullishness coming in here, coming up to possibly to the VWAP. If it hasn't already expelled itself, it maybe this portion of it has already been the move, and I hope that's the case. Let's see. The Tinkin is the dynamic resistance right now. Hope it pushes off of it. Come on. On our, if you're looking at our B4 indicator, the lower indicator, we are still have a bearish cloud. The momentum, oh, there we go. We're picking up, getting bearish again on the momentum. That's good. I was saying it was leveling off. It was still dark red, but now it's gotten bright red. It leveled off, so that's a good sign to the bearish side. Show you dots are starting to move in our favor. That's a good sign. Problem is, it's coming down to the edge of our broadening formation again. For that reason, I'm going to make sure that trade's paid for. Again, this is just simulated, guys. I'm just forward testing this morning, but there's a couple things that I'm aware of right now. We're at the go long, which is at 68.30, which is a support. We're right here at the low of the session. And that is the edge of our broadening formation, or our Y pattern, whichever you would like to call it. Looking at the cloud is still drifting sideways to the bearish side. Guys,
Stop filled.
those who know Ichimoku know that cloud is not just a quick glance at that. You understand that that's not trending. And if you look at the show you dots, guys, take a look at the show you dots on the cloud and on the Tinkinson, Keejensen. The Tinkinson and Keejensen, they're just going sideways. The cloud, the future dots, they're just going sideways. We don't have any real breakout yet. Now, a lot of people say that you'll hear a lot of the analysts. They'll tell you that a Y pattern, they call it a megaphone or a Y. I'm sorry, they don't call it a Y pattern. They call it a megaphone or a broadening formation. They say it's a rare thing in the market. That couldn't be further from the truth, and especially in what I've been noticing for the last 4 to 6 months. We've been seeing a lot of these. So guys, it would do you some, especially members here in the team, it will do you a lot of good to start studying these things. Go back and look at them, see what happened, see what, back them up, see what the cloud was doing, see what price was doing, whatever indications you can find, look at them and study them. We've been seeing quite a few of them right now, and if you're going to trade today's environment, you're going to need to know how to trade these things. Or you're going to need to know how to stay out and don't trade. Like we were saying earlier, patience can be your best position sometimes. So the other thing that I was mentioning, I was talking about the go long area, the 6830, and the edge of the broadening formation or the Y pattern. The other key thing that the other viewers here that don't have is another kiss dots are firing. That has to do with the timing of the market. Some things are, price and volume and all those things are important. But one key factor that people think, they just dismiss it. And I hear all these professionals talk about it, and you don't hear them ever talk about timing. They miss that completely. Timing is key. Hosada, the inventor of Ichimoku, Gann, some of your more prominent traders, they knew